Hey, what's up, forums? This is Naeem. So, tour guide. I know this is Trolls Day, but, you guys are retarded. All I have to say is, you guys realize that everything that was said written in the new, apparently Phil told me that there's some new, XYZ, or some new rule book today that says, blah, 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 tour guide sucks. Okay? Yeah, that's true. That's what it says. However, guess what on July 14th was released? The Utopia Starter Deck. And you know what the Utopia Starter Deck said? Oh, blah, 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 blah. You don't get the detach effect, tour guide sucks. Well, that's cool. That's all on pen and paper, right? That's, I guess it's important a little bit, the rule book. But, you know what's more important than the rule book? Julia Hedberg, okay? You get, she's the head judge for, North America. Kind of important, if you want to win an event, you kind of have to follow her fucking rulings. And, Kevin Tuort. Kevin Tuort, I don't know if you know him, he's the head of PR, and he's basically second in line to Julia on the Konami chain of bullshit. So, what Kevin said, and what Julia agreed with, and what Julia said, and Kevin agreed with, in an official judge forum, okay, this is how you don't, people aren't shitting out rulings, like, oh, I have tour guides, so, our local says that, my saying in detach effect works, and then it spreads everywhere. That's not how shit starts. Shit starts from the top. And Julia and Kevin both posted in an official forum, official being that they fucking are admins and they run it. They said, they wrote a big long essay saying, blah, 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 you get all these effects, everything works, broken, right? So, now, I don't understand you guys' logic. So, the XYZ rulebook comes out, right? And it says that you don't get the singing effect. And then Kevin Tuort says that, and Julia say that you do get the effect, so we're playing it out like that. That's how we're playing it. And then another rulebook comes out saying the exact same thing as the first. What the fuck is changing? And you're gonna base it off some stupid bullshit said in the Shonen Jump magazine? Like, the Shonen Jump magazine has those, ads that just say shit like that to get people into the game. Like, oh, all new, powerful XYZ monsters. Fuck that. Fuck my bitch. Swag. No. Tour guide still works until I hear Kevin or Julia or someone official say that. And you know what? I've dealt with this before playing the game. You know when zombies were the shit with double Mizuki, Plague, double Allure, all that shit? During Lightsworn format, when they were the shit, you know what ruling came out that pissed everybody, including me, off? The ruling that if you have double Mizuki Plague removed from grave, and your opponent has D-Fissure on board, if you burial from a different dimension using those 3 monsters and you put them in the graveyard, they go to the graveyard instead of being removed. Because D-Fissure says any monster that would be sent to the graveyard is removed from play instead. And if you talk to any good player or any head judge, they will tell you Yu-Gi-Oh! By definition... Yu-Gi-Oh! Sent, by definition, is when a card is moved from one zone or one area of gameplay to another, it is considered sent. Just like Sangan, if you torrential it. So, by ruling, if you burial from a different dimension, you would be sending the monsters from RFG to the graveyard. Therefore, D-Fissure would remove them back again. But no, they wanted zombies to be the shit and broken because they wanted to sell packs. Guess what happened? Zombies were the shit. They were broken. They sold packs. Good for Konami. Next ruling that's bullshit. Value and oppression. Value clearly says on the card, you can remove this card and one Blackwing monster in your graveyard to special summon one, blah, 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 okay? And in Yu-Gi-Oh, 99% of cards that say you can do this too are costs, okay? Necrogardna is, read Necrogardna and Value. If you War Chariot Necrogardna is still removed from play because it's a cost, okay? And it should be the same thing with Value, but guess what happened? They released this pack called Ancient Prophecy, and you know what they wanted people to do? They wanted people to buy the pack, okay? So people could run fucking double oppression and Blackwings and shit on people. It worked, okay? They sold packs. Hey, so Extreme Victory came out, right? And Gen Force. First of all, do you know how many packs of Gen Force they would sell if they actually, did the tour guide ruling with when... what you guys are thinking is happening? Do you know how many packs of Gen Force they'd sell? Leviathan would be $3 Super from or Ultra from Antan or Secret or whatever. It'd be 7 Ghost, and Levio would be $15 to $20. Okay? Tour guide itself is still broken. Okay? I will say that. I'm not, like, you don't get rid of your tour guides. The card's still freaking broken. You get Sangan, one of the best cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! History, from the deck to the field. And you can still XYZ Levier. Okay? Broken. So, I'll have to say, this shit's happened before. They've released an exclusive rule book. I mean, they've released an exclusive ruling saying, hey, tour guide, or excuse me, XYZ detach effects work like this. It's broken. When they release a ruling like that, I don't care what rulebooks say. Like, there are so many, I could go on and on for days. Burial Defissure, Value Oppression, I could tell you for days, BS rulings that should not work. But they do. Why? Because Konami likes money, Konami likes the game to be broken, but most of all, Konami said so. How many times in Yu-Gi-Oh! History, I don't care how long you've been playing, how many times has a ruling been changed? Go ahead, I'll wait. How many times has a ruling ever been changed? Like, when something is, you know, what it is, like the way it works, it will always be that way. You know, like they won't go out one day and just say, hey, Royal Tribute, in order to activate Royal Tribute, both players must have cards in hand. They wouldn't do that. Like, or like anything else like that, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, that's just the way the game, they put out rulings for a reason, so that you can play the game. Now, I'm not saying that, I mean, this is ridiculous, though, like, for Tour Guide to jump up that much, and this is, like, a dramatic change in the format. So, if they do change the Tour Guide ruling, or the detach ruling, which they have not officially done yet, they have not, no, it has not happened, shut your mouth. If they do, I would not be surprised, because I think it'd be healthy for the game. But, to the people who are selling their $90 tour guides on eBay, I mean, go for it. Like, I mean, if you want to take the risk, but until Kevin or Julia says something, like, you should stop tripping, you should stop running your fucking mouth, because tour guide will stay the same, and you will still lose games, because you get pooped on, and you will continue to get pooped on, until someone says otherwise. Okay? Well, thank you guys. That was just a little rant video, because I'm tired of hearing everybody telling me, like, oh, Naeem, aren't you sorry you spent the money on those tour guides now? It's like, fuck you. Like, I plus the shit out of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't care if my tour guides go down, because I picked them up at shit prices anyways. So, yeah. That's about it. Tour guide is still broken, and as of right now, I still get my search. And so does everybody else. Okay? Shut your mouths. Goodbye.